What is up, everybody? This is Stock Market Education, and today we're going to be talking about Skyworks Solutions and whether or not it's a buy. Let's get into it. Skyworks Solutions is one of the main players in the 5G race. They develop and design semiconductor products currently being used for 4G products. When we take a look at their price chart, we can see that there's a support and resistance level around the $90 to $93 mark. We can also see that the stochastics indicator has pretty much shot up in a straight line as of recently, which is very common in most stocks during these market conditions because almost all of the bad news has been put out about the markets. And now the markets are realizing that there will be more good news headlines that come out rather than bad headlines. And most of this is because the president gave an exact date when he wants the US government to start back up again, which is around Easter Sunday. When we take a look at their numbers, we can see that they have a payout ratio of 18, which is pretty fair valued at this time, and they pay a forward dividend yield of 2.06%, and they should have no problem paying that dividend out because they have a payout ratio of about 34%. So they could even increase their dividend over time, which I expect them to do. And if we look at the balance sheet to the left, we can see that they have $1.19 billion in total cash, which is amazing when you compare it to their total debt of $160 million. And the $160 million worth of debt isn't even long-term debt. It's mostly accounts payable, which is extremely nice to see because they won't have to pay interest on that debt over time. Looking even further, we can see that they have a profit margin of 25% and an operating margin of 27%, which is extremely impressive. On top of that, their margins are expected to increase substantially in the future. When 2G came out, Skyworks was receiving about $2 per device, then they started earning $8 per device with 3G, then $18 per device with 4G, and now 5G they expect to earn $25 per device. And a bear investor could say that margin growth already is slowing down, and they would be absolutely correct by that. The leap from 4G to 5G is not as impressive as the jump from 2G to 3G. However, the amount of devices that can be used by 5G is much larger than 4G. And look at the kind of customers that they have. Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Cisco, Nintendo, just to name a few. And it's not on this graph, but Apple is also another customer for them. So you have 4 of the biggest companies in the world who are rich in cash and are going to be coming out with hundreds of different products that will use Skyworks semiconductors, and Skyworks will be earning on average $25 per device. Skyworks is in a great position because some of the largest companies in the world are on their side. Let's talk about 5G growth for a moment because 5G is expected to grow at an incredible rate that not too many people understand. In the next 5 years, 5G is expected to grow from $14 million all the way up to $401 million for a percentage increase of 2,764%. This industry, and maybe the electric vehicle and cloud computing industries, are the biggest growth potentials I can find in the markets today. However, 5G is the biggest growth potential by far. And looking past 2025, I think the 5G industry will be much bigger than 401 million. I'd expect it to be a multi-billion-dollar industry by the end of the decade. Looking at their management team, we can see that their CEO, Liam Griffin, was the former president of Skyworks Solutions as well as corporate general manager, where he received high praises for work. It says here that he received a Bachelor's of Science in Mechanical Engineering from the University of Massachusetts, Amherst, and a Master's in Business Administration from Boston University. So we can see that Skyworks Solution is being managed by a man who has a good background in both the business side and the engineering side of the company. When you look at their qualified CEO, along with a booming 5G industry and Skyworks' wealthy company customers and their anticipated increase in margins and their balance sheet that has no long-term debt and their comfortable 2% dividend yield, it's safe to say that Skyworks Solution has incredible growth potential in the future. I decided to buy Boeing stock after I made their analysis video about a week ago. I plan to hold it for 4 to 6 years out. However, the stock shot straight up to 60% in 3 days, which was when I sold most of my position. then sold the rest at 93% profit. And I wasn't planning on selling my shares for a long time. However, the stock just shot up 93% in a week. So what more could I ask for? There's a quote in the stock market that says, bulls make money, bears make money, but pigs get slaughtered. And now I'm going to take some of those profits and invest it into 5G stocks, because that's one of the biggest industries coming up for the next decade. Thank you guys for watching the video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and have a great day. Bye.